Welcome back to this special edition of the 4 o'clock show. We are in beautiful Picayune celebrating Mississippi, and I have with me a few historians, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of history in Picayune. Let's start with Ruth Walker. And Ruth, tell me a little bit about the history of Picayune in 30 seconds or less.
Okay. Well, 1800, Stephen Gerald found this spot and bought it, and
that's
developed a trading
That's the spot at the top with the water there?
Uh-huh. It's a private home now, but it was a trading post. And when Andrew Jackson came through on his way to New Orleans, to the Battle of New Orleans in 1812, he sent a quartermaster, Moses Cook, over to buy supplies. And he liked the place so well, he came back in 1819 and bought it. Stephen Gerald had bought it from the Choctaw Indians originally, but he developed a private home. Well, he also had a trading post there too. And Eliza Jane Podevant wound up being there. She's Pearl Rivers, and she wound up marrying the owner of the Times-Picayune in New Orleans. And
my goodness.
She inherited it.
Okay, well, let's move along because I want to have everyone on that wants to talk about history because it is exciting here in Picayune. Let's talk to Dr. James Schrock. And Dr. Schrock, what is it about the history here that you find so amazing?
Well, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the Crosby family. The Crosbys did so much for Picayune. The football stadium, the hospital, the library, and things of that nature, and they're frequently forgotten. So Picayune was a wonderful place to live in the 40s, and it's even better today.
I like that. Very nicely put. Johnny Lou, come on over here because you're a big part of the city here. You were telling me not too long ago that the population has just exploded really recently. How has that changed the town?
Well, it's changed of bringing people into the area that lost their homes and so forth in the surrounding areas. Some of them have moved, but a lot have stayed, and we're just glad to have everyone that's here with us because it just helps our town to grow and brings more economy into our town. But it's just from the time I was a little girl to what it is now, it has changed tremendously. And the pictures that we have on display and that we have to where people can come in and see, it really tells the story itself, all by itself.
Do you think that people in a smaller town like this know more about the history of the area? And do you have a lot of people who've been here a long time and so they maybe do know a little more about where this all began than a lot of parts of the country?
Well, like in a lot of other places, the older people usually know more back in the earlier years, but as time goes on, they go on too, and it's getting to where there's few people that you can really go to get information, you know, on the earlier years. Now, we have people that are interested in the history that are members of our committees and so forth, and they're interested in what's going on now. So that will be good for years to come because they will know all about it from about the middle on out. But it's just fun and it's exciting, and we enjoy every minute of it.
Okay, well, I always love being in Picayune, and it's great to have you on the show, Johnny Lou Ingram, and all of you, because you have added something that I didn't know about Picayune, so it really was helpful. She mentioned the Crosbys, or Dr. Schrock did, a very important part of this area. When we come back, we're going to learn more about that with Dave Elliott.